And here's the video review for the Family Mart giveaway or lotto drawing Deluxe Earth Mode Optimus Prime from over in Japan. You'll notice he has no battle damage, and we'll get him out and look at him here in a minute. But yeah, he comes in this box. He's prize B. Prize A is a clear leader Optimus Prime from the movie, which looks really nice too. And A is I think there's like 100. A prize package has 100 prizes in it. And of those 100 prizes, there's like one clear leader Prime, 2 of this Earth Mode Optimus, and then like 20 shot glasses or 20 little keychains, or it's all broken down like that. I think there's only like 2, maybe 4 per store of this guy. So if you draw a ticket and you get the prize B, you get this guy. And as far as we know right now, it's the only way you're going to be able to get the Earth Mode Prime over in Japan, because the 2-pack with the Deluxe Megatron has the Cybertron Optimus in it. So we'll see. You just come to use one out of the box. He's just in a plastic tray. The instructions are in a little plastic bag there in the container. I'm not going to bother to get them out, but there's little instructions down there at the bottom. And he's twist tied in the tray. I've already cut him out, so we'll just have to pop him out here. And that's all there is to that. And then there he is. It's the same. Like I said, it's the same Prime mold from the Battle Begins pack. He does have his smokestacks. He's just doesn't have all the crappy black battle damage all over him, which is really cool. He does come with the axe as well, just like that. And part of the reason I wanted to get this guy is because one, I wanted a non-battle damaged version of this mold, and 2, put the wingblade armor on him. And I'm not sure if I'm doing this correctly, because it's possible that Hasbro may have slightly remolded the Deluxe Prime figure to fit this armor. I found a way, and I've had a couple people pointed out a couple different ways to get this on. I thought it was impossible at first, but go ahead and separate this out into all its respective pieces. I'm going to go ahead and put the hands on first, because the hands go on very easily. You just open up the hands, and just like they do on the Voyager Prime, you just plug this into the fist, like that, and the gauntlets snap on. It does limit some of his elbow movement, but there you have it. The gauntlets just snap on. Just slide right there into his fist. And there's that. The backpack, normally what you would do is you flip it around, flip the jet thrusters around, and Voyager Prime's little light bar would clip into here, and then you would slide these missile launchers into these slots right here. You can see there's like a little notch. And these would slide in just like that after you'd snap this onto the armor, and that would stay on his shoulders. With the Deluxe mold, what you kind of have to do here is flip up these blue pieces on his back, and they're actually going to slide a little bit into those slots earlier. I showed you earlier where the missile launchers would go. You want to get those kind of even. And it's hard to do this even. Like I said, I'm wondering if they did a remold, because this is really tricky to get done comfortably. And then these now slide into the upper slots, like barely nick, but you can see there's a slot right here on this piece, and then this just kind of, you have to kind of wedge this in here. And it's the perfect size. It clearly does hold it, but it's not really reliable as a method of attaching this. But get this, it helps if you go ahead and get one of these on, because trying to get all this held together correctly is a little bit of a pain, because these aren't angled properly. But anyway, once you do that, and you get this one on this side, up in the same upper slot there, get these pieces right here, and then you want to kind of fold the light bar down and around, and it kind of doesn't really lock into place, but you can get it down to hold this up onto his back. and it's not the sturdiest attachment, which really makes me wonder if Hasbro had a different way of putting this all together, because it stays on, but it's not, it doesn't take much for it to pop off, and I have to think that they had a better way of getting this all together. But it does work. It is functional. You can get the whole thing to have the whole armor. And again, he does come. You can make the Voyager, and this one too can hold the full-sized hammer from Leader Magnus. But I found with this guy, this one's much more in proportion. You just slide that into his hand here. There's a little groove. The spring, it really depends how it holds. It depends on how powerful the spring is in his fist. But there you go. There's Deluxe Prime with the wingblade armor on. See, he just knocked his hammer loose. It is making him very back heavy. But if you just leave him alone, I'm moving him around, which is making it worse. But if you do leave him alone, it will. He is capable of standing with the armor on. Just like that. Completely unassisted. And again, the missiles go in the missile launchers. I've actually got them out because this missile launcher is very temperamental and likes to shoot the missile out, and I'd prefer not to go hunting for it all over the room. And then aside from that, I'll show you the wingblade armor in vehicle mode as well. Which again, does not lock in, but you can find a way to make it stay. So we'll just transform him just like we did the original. Nothing has changed about this one's transformation, obviously. Like I said, the only difference between this one and the one that came in the Battle Begins 2-pack is the lack of battle damage. And the scarcity, I guess, but all that. Flip this up, snap it in. Flip this around. And then rotate his legs around. And we're going to just slide all this together. And there's his vehicle mode. And again, you can stick his axe does, as before, sit here and plug in between his legs like that, which is really kind of silly. I actually brought my other two figures around. I posted a picture of this on Twitter, but like Deluxe Optimus, Deluxe Sentinel Prime, and while they call him Rodimus Minor, he was a Prime in the show, so Deluxe Rodimus Prime. What is it about Deluxe Primes, or just Primes in general? Because I mean, these two only had Deluxes. But if you're a Prime, you've got a very awkwardly placed weapon in vehicle mode. Just something I noticed. It's kind of silly. Most of the other Transformer or animated Transformers, their weapons stow and store and fit properly, but the Primes all have some weird, awkwardly attaching weapon. Not sure why that is. Anyway, just something funny. So, now the way I found to get the wingblade armor onto this particular version of Prime is, one, you have to pull the smokestacks off. They just pop right off. You're not going to hurt your toy. Unless you lose one of them, which can be a very real possibility. And then you just make the same little vehicle backpack that we did with the Voyager version. Just flip these around like that. And then you want to take these fists and attach them onto here. We've got little pegs and notches that all go together. And then you take the hammer and plug it in like that. And then the missile launchers slide in there and then attach to the forearm armor. And again, like before, the missiles do fit in there, but since they do like this one especially likes to launch very easily, I'm not going to put the missiles in. But and then you just slide it in here like this. It will sit properly. It just doesn't snap into place at all. There's no tab anywhere to lock anything on. But if you get it in like this, you can then fold up Optimus's feet, just like that, and that will hold the armor, or the trailer, or the pack, whatever you want to call it, fairly securely onto Optimus in vehicle mode. And maybe that's how they do it. Maybe everything I have shown you is exactly the way Hasbro had intended to do it, do it. And if that's the case, vehicle mode, very solid. Like I said, it seems weird, but just flipping those feet up, and with this piece kind of lodged right there under that ridge, this stays on very securely. It's nice. But I have to believe that they have a slightly different system for attaching the jetpack in robot mode, because you can make it, you can do it, it's possible, but it's not stable at all, and very much a pain in the butt. Personally, I think the armor looks a little better on the Voyager anyway, so you might as well just put it there. But if you do want to use it on the Deluxe Prime, it is possible. It's frustrating, but it is possible. So there's that. And also, just real quick, I'm not going to do a full review of this because, well, you'll see why. This is the Lucky Draw Animated Optimus, and I've heard there were as low as 300 made, and possibly as high as 1,000. I think they announced 1,000. I've heard that since they lowered that to 300. I'm not entirely sure that's accurate. There may actually be 1,000 out there. But anyway, it's the Lucky Draw Optimus Prime, and rather than just the plain white mailing box, they do have Optimus Prime, Gold version, Autobot Team Commander, and more stuff on the box than just the plain white shipping box they generally come in. And I have opened just the tape on the top here. And you open it up. And I have not broken the seals on this. I'm probably not going to open him up, just because he displays very nicely here in the package if I want to display him, and I don't want to get my fingers all over that shiny chrome, because it really looks nice. And I know some people are not big on the gold-plated Transformers. This is my first one. This is my first Lucky Draw, and so I'm pretty excited by it. And it just really is a neat-looking figure. I hope I can get my hands on one of the... they're doing one of the Deluxe Megatrons as a gold Lucky Draw giveaway, so I'd like to have Megatron as a counterpoint to Optimus. But as you can see, very, very nice, a very neat-looking figure. And like I said, I'm not going to open it up and review it, but since it's the same mold as we just reviewed, I figured I'd pop it out and show it off here. There's the Lucky Draw Optimus Prime, and there is the, and here is the Family Mart Lotto giveaway Deluxe Optimus Prime Earth mode with no battle damage, which, as of right now, unless Hasbro does get around to releasing their wingblade Optimus Prime with the Deluxe mold, this is the only way you can get this Earth mode without battle damage, unless you want to paint it yourself. And then that's entirely possible. I did actually paint my original Earth mode Optimus Prime. I painted away the battle damage and cleaned some of it up. So, but really neat. Family Mart Lotto Deluxe Earth mode Optimus Prime.